Hold the door. I'm an addict. A lot of people understand that addiction is hard on everybody around you, and it's a tough thing, and it hurts you and everybody you know. I myself, being an addict and having been an addict to multiple things in the past, realize it's no laughing matter. But I have to tell you this story about the worst time I've ever had as a gambling addict. So, a little background. I like to play the video poker machines. In Oregon, they've been around since like the late 80s, early 90s, where you can go in, you can take a $20 bill, put it in a machine, wheels will spin, lights will shine, and you get bonuses. You get, you hit three in a row and you get a certain amount. Five in a row, you get a certain amount. And they make these games with the help of neuroscientists. They pay them for their input to say, hey, we want to keep people's asses in seats. It's not so much about the intake. We want to make sure that they're going to come back and they're going to stick around for as long as we can possibly get them to stick around for. And this was told to me by an actual neuroscientist and by the counselor that they had me go see once I called the I need help to stop gambling hotline. So I want to state this first and foremost. Any addiction is not funny. Gambling addiction is not funny. It crippled me, it hurt my family, and it hurt me for years. But, big but, some of the stories that came from it are hilarious. I had gambled away basically my whole check. And my sister and my wife and my nephew and I all lived together. Well, they found out that I had done that. I wasn't going to be able to pay my portion of the bills. This wasn't the first time this had happened. That's not funny. It's terrible. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. You literally just want to crawl in a hole and die. They had me call the helpline. And how you know gambling addiction is a terrible, horrible thing is when you first call the hotline, the initial question they ask you is if you're thinking of harming yourself. Are you having ideations? If you are, they tell you to go to the ER and be seen. Money is such a big thing. So many people have harmed themselves because of this addiction. Moving on. Let's keep it a little lighter than that. So the story I want to tell you started with that phone call. I called them. They hooked me up with a counselor. I was supposed to go to counseling in about a week. That's the earliest they could get me in to see the counselor. But they suggested I go to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting. So my sister and I looked it up online, and there was one not far from me at a church. So I said, okay, I'll go. Like, I have social anxiety, and this was just making me go insane because I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to tell them shameful things about myself, even though I do it on YouTube now all the time. This was like so deep, darkly seated bad that I didn't want to share it with others. But I promised I would. It's Tuesday nights. My wife was off. She wanted to take me, but she also wanted to go to the gym. I had her stop. I bought a 44-ounce Diet Mountain Dew. Diet, I know, doesn't look like diet, but whatever. Bought a 44-ounce Diet Mountain Dew. I'm drinking the Diet Mountain Dew. I get there, and I'm like, I have to do this, huh? She said, yeah, you have to do this. There's no, coming back if you don't. And that just tells you the extent of the problem I had. It was an ultimatum, basically, that I either go do this Gamblers Anonymous and go to the counselor or leave. That part's not funny, but that's where I was at. I say, okay. I get out of the car. I start walking up towards the church. My wife starts backing out. She's headed to the gym. She says, call me when you're done, and I'll come pick you up. I'm going to be at the gym working out. I say, okay, love you. Bye. Bye-bye. I start walking in. I notice quite a few other people. There's a lot of cars in the parking lots. There's a big van. And I notice them bringing in instruments and stuff. And I'm like, son of a bitch. We're going to have to sing. They're going to try to get me to sing. I'm not singing. I know it's faith-based. I myself don't have a religion, but I'll go along with whatever they tell me to go along with because I need help. I see them carrying in guitars and basses and drums, and somebody had a saxophone. And I was like, what are we using a saxophone for? This is Gamblers Anonymous, okay? Just acoustic guitar and kumbaya, right? It's not what happened. So, go in, I sit down. First thing I notice is in movies, in all the Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous scenes, all of the chairs are facing each other. It's a big circle. They want to let you know you're all equal. You're in a circle of trust. Nobody's in front. Nobody's in back, so they don't layer the chairs. Not here. Not here. Massive. It's a massive place with a stage in front. Chairs lined up like pews, basically, like a church, because it is a church. So I sit somewhere in the middle, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep my head down and lay low, and nobody will talk. Oh, hey, how's it going? This lady comes out of nowhere and is like, what do you play? And I'm like, American Original, Big City Fives, Flush Fever, the hits. And she's like, I don't think I've ever heard of those. Well, do you sing? I don't know. I've been known to drop a little Barry White every now and then, I don't know why. I can't get enough of your love, baby. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Really, I told her no, I don't really sing. I did tell her that, I used to rap, and she went, just see in her eyes, you're a weird guy and I don't want to talk to you anymore. She scurries off, goes back, and there's two other ladies back there, and they're all older ladies, and I see her kind of whispering in their ears and saying things, and I'm like, that's odd. Why would they react like that? They're gamblers too. Why would that be a problem? Around the same time, I start seeing a guy that looks like he's taking charge of the group. He's telling people where to place things. He's got one of those cell phone holsters, those old leather holsters for his cell phone. I could tell it's a flip phone because the holster is very small. I mean, his shirt's tucked in. He's very church type guy vibes coming out of him. He comes in. He's directing traffic. He's telling everybody where to place the instruments and getting things set up. Another person comes up to me this time and says, oh, hi, you're new here. I haven't seen you before. Yeah, this is the first time coming, but I need to. I told my sister and my wife that I would definitely see this through. She looked at me like I was insane, but she continued to ask me, what do I play? What instrument do I play? And I said, I don't play an instrument. And she goes, oh, that's odd. Are you a singer? And I said, I don't sing. But I will, if I'm required to do this, I will sing. She goes, huh. And just walks away. She goes over to a gentleman, and they put their arms around each other, and she's kind of whispering in his ear, and I'm like, this is the weirdest gambling anonymous meeting there ever could have been, right? All these instruments, like we're going to get a live show or something while we're talking about how we're just destroying our own families and like thinking of hurting ourselves all the time and being just complete degenerates, I see the director guy, the guy with his little cell phone holster, handing out sheet music. And then most of the people that were sitting near or around me all head up and they get on stage, and they're standing there. Some of the ladies and some of the gentlemen are in the back, standing with their sheet music just like this. The others have theirs placed on a tripod sheet music holder, and they've got their instruments getting ready to go. And then he comes to me and hands me this prepared like stack of sheet music, and he goes, huh, you're new. And I went, I think I'm in the wrong place. Like my puny little measly brain just put 2 and 2 together and made 4.2. I'm not at Gamblers Anonymous. This is not Gamblers Anonymous. You're not at Gamblers Anonymous. Why are you here? This is the wrong place, obviously. Not Gamblers Anonymous. This is a fucking church band, and their practice time is right now, and you're intruding on it, being a degenerate gambler. What are you doing? And so I panic, and I hand him the sheet music right back. Hey, this is yours. I'm going to leave. And he goes, where are you going? Look, it's a big misunderstanding. I thought this was Gamblers Anonymous. And he goes, what? Speak up, please. I thought this was Gamblers Anonymous. He goes, oh, no. And like, I'm disgusting for even saying this to him. Just the reactionary look on his face was one of, oh, filth. And I go, I'm sorry. I'm going to go. And I have my fully drank now 44-ounce Diet Mountain Dew cup in one hand and a pile of shame in the other hand. And I say, I gotta go. He goes, no. Hold on. I know the person that used to have the Gamblers Anonymous meetings here. I know the person that ran it. And then he does the fucking worst thing that anybody has ever done to anybody in the history of time. Maybe not. Okay, I'm over exaggerating. But he looks to the crowd of church band members and goes, hey, This kid needs somebody for Gamblers Anonymous. Do you know where Jerry's holding that Gamblers Anonymous anymore? And they all go, at the same time, the most judgmental faces I've ever seen in my life. No. Why would we know that? We're not degenerate gamblers. He is. And I go, dude, I'm just going to go. I'll figure it out. And he goes, no, hold on. Hold on. He retrieves his phone from its sheath, flips it open, and like speed dials somebody, slams it to his face, and he put his hand on my chest because we're at a door. We're at a doorway. I'm trying to slither my way through the door. Like, I don't want to be in here no more. I'm getting the fuck out of this door. And he's like, the fuck you are. Hold on. Hold the door. Hold the door. And he like puts his hand on my chest, and I'm very respectful. Like, I'm not going to just plow my way through this guy. I'm a big guy. I could have just ran him over and left. I stopped, and I go, I told my wife and my sister I would try my best. So he calls. He goes, oh, hey, Janet. Hey, is Jerry around? Oh, well, I got a kid here. He's got a gambling problem. What's your name? And I go, that's not for you to know. That's mine. And he goes, well, he's kind of embarrassed, obviously. He came to our band practice and he was looking for Jerry's Gamblers Anonymous meeting that Jerry runs. And I'm like, fucking Jerry, man. This fucking Jerry guy. Just ruining everything. And he goes, well, so how's the kids? How's the family? And I'm like, oh, you motherfucker, don't turn this into a conversation. I just want to leave. One, I drank 44 ounces of Diet Mountain Dew in like a half hour. I have to piss really bad. And he's like blocking the door with his foot in his hand now. And he's like, oh, yeah. So, Jerry, does he still run that Gamblers Anonymous thing? Where's it at? And Janet, I can hear her go, no, I don't know. And I go, let me go now. Okay. She doesn't know. Jerry's not there, obviously. Just let me head out. Okay. You never have to see me again. It's like a hostage situation at this point. I'm pleading. Look, man, I will go do weird things to you behind the dumpster if you just let me leave right afterward, please. I'm like the shame and embarrassment that hit me at this moment with everybody going and him going, oh, no. Wrong place. I could have died right there in that moment. Just shame and embarrassment through the roof. The leader of the group tells me, hold on, I've got another phone number to try. And I said, dude, I've got to go. At this point, I'm like pushing my way through his hand and stuff. And I'm like, I've got to go. I don't need this anymore. Okay. I'm never, ever going to gamble again. This is it for me. I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna go. Okay, thank you. Thank you for trying. Thank you for all your help. Sorry I told you gambling games when you asked me what I wanted to play, lady. I'm gonna go. And I bounced. And not only did I get out the door very quickly, I took off running. And for no reason. Like, I was in better shape than I am now, but I still had my back injury and everything. And I am literally Terminatoring it up the fucking road, just trying to, for one, I've got a bladder that's about to burst and I can't see anywhere to let it go because I'm on a busy road and there's a school to the left of me and houses on the right. So I run and about a quarter mile up the street, shining light, just beautiful shimmery shining light. Subway has bathrooms and I'm fat and I'm just booking it and it's cold, so I'm getting the sniffles. And I burst through that Subway door and I run right into the bathroom because it's door, bathroom. So I bam, get into the bathroom. I'm pissing. And it's just fucking, it is like a pressure washer because it's so backed up. That man held me hostage for about a half an hour at that church. I'm huffing and puffing in the bathroom, sniffling, sounds like I'm snorting, whatever. I live in a very methy area, and when I burst back out through the bathroom door, I noticed that there was a couple sitting right inside the entry door that saw all of this, and all they know is some giant woolly madman just burst through the door, did tons of meth in the bathroom, and then is staring them in their eyes as he left. And all I do is go, have a good day. And then I exited. Now, all of this, I don't call my wife. I just continue to walk because in my head, all of this is just swirling around. I'm living in a fucking cartoon. Like, there's no way that that just happened to me. All of it. We looked it up on Google. Gamblers Anonymous. This church. This time. I mean, the leader guy did confirm it. Yeah, he used to hold it here, and before prostrating me before the crowd as the degenerate gambler fella, he did confirm that this used to go on here. Now, Google, and this is 2015 Google, it hadn't been there for 6 months. They hadn't been doing it. What the fuck? It was still on Google as that, and I took that as like a sign. I'm like I said, I'm not a religious person, but I took that as a sign. Like, you were supposed to be embarrassed this way. Maybe going and talking in a circle isn't everybody's like end all be all for helping with their addiction. I didn't gamble for a while after this. I couldn't step foot anywhere. I didn't leave my house for a while after that. For one, my back was killing me. When I finally did call my wife, I was in an abandoned parking lot, just sitting there shaking my head. When she showed up, she was like, "So how'd the meeting go?" Because I called her and I said, "Just come pick me up at this spot. I'm no longer at the church. I had to leave." And she was all disappointed at first. But when she came to pick me up, and she's like, "What happened?" And I told her the story. It was so insane to me how it happened that I still didn't believe it directly afterwards. I swear to you, as I'm sitting here today, that actually happened. The couple, when I came out of that bathroom, I swear to you, they looked at me like I was about to murder them. They thought, our lives are over. We're done. This man is a psychotic drug addict and he's going to murder us. And at that moment, I realized I might not be a drug addict, not now. Like in the past, yes, probably I was. But right now, my gambling addiction is hurting people more than any drug addiction I ever had prior. I didn't quit gambling then. It's been a rough road. A very, very hard and long road. It took me up until just a few months ago to where I won't go into one of those places and literally lose every dollar that I have. I can't say I haven't been in those places in the last year, because I have. I've put $20 in or $15 in or whatever and walked the fuck away. And if you're smart, you'll do that too. Don't get caught up in the gambling trap. Please. It's not worth it. Like, professional gamblers, they play poker, they play a game where the odds are in anybody's favor at any given moment. Playing machines, the odds are never in your favor. Don't gamble. Now look me in my eyes. I love you. And until next time, I've been RC360. Peace. That gambling addiction. So